Today is the flip through of the month of October for my 2023 planner. I can't wait to show you what I have done with the Jenuine Studios planner that I've been using this past month. So stay with me. Well, hi everyone. I'm Crystal from A Crystal Clear Life, where we focus on planning, organizing, and living a more simplified life. And if you are new here, I would like to say welcome. If you're a returning viewer or subscriber, I would like to say welcome back. And if you have not done so already, please think about subscribing by hitting the red subscribe button listed below. Today, I'm excited to come to you with my flip through of my October planner for 2023. Now, I decided to use a base planner that I purchased from Jenuine Studios. I have an entire video reviewing that planner. I will link it up above. But the planner that I bought looked like it was going to function really, really well for me. For some time in the future. So I used it in September and October. And today I want to show you how I tweaked and changed some things in that planner to customize it for me. Now, believe me, this is not a criticism at all of the planner. The planner works beautifully well. The links are wonderful. The integration is wonderful. The only thing that I did is change a few things that are on the pages to make it work even better for myself. Okay. I also added a few links here and there, really was able to customize it. And I think that that is one of the beauties, one of the strong points of the Jenuine Studios planner is that you can customize it so much. Okay, well, enough of me talking. Let's jump into the computer and I will show you what the original planner looked like, and I will show you how I really used it during the month of October. So let's go. All right, as you can see here on my screen, what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you the planner the way it came from Jenuine Studios, right out of the box kind of thing, or right from the download, as it were. And then we will go and take a look at the page that I did, and I will try to point out to you all of the things that I changed or modified. I did have to make some notes for myself because I've been doing this over 2 months now, and I keep tweaking things and making changes. So I tried to put everything there. You guys may see a few things that I changed that I'm not going to mention, but if you do, leave them in the comments. I'm sure other people would appreciate seeing those changes as well. Well, without further ado, this is the October overview, the way that it comes from Jenuine Studios. These links up here are for the daily pages for the month of October. And then she has the previous month, the yearly overview, and the next month. All of these things that are underlined, of course, in OneNote are links, okay? Then here on the side, she has links for week 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Now, this is an undated planner, so there is nothing written in any of the boxes here. And I'll show you what I did for that when we get to my page. Down here at the bottom, you see she has some additional links, a dashboard index, a link to some monthly goals, a task board index, a meeting minutes index, and then top priorities, key deadlines, and a to-do box, and a big section for notes down here at the bottom, okay? First of all, right off the bat, I want to say that many of her pages are done in long portrait style, which if I'm using my iPad and I turn it on its side so that it is focusing in portrait mode, those pages work great. I also, though, tend to do a lot of my work on my desktop, and so having to scroll up and down the page is not as easy for me. I tended to make my pages a little bit more wider in landscape mode so that I didn't have to move around so much. And you'll see that, as we get into what we're doing here today. Okay, so here is the Jenuine Studios. And now let's jump over and I will show you my October overview. Okay, so you can see for my October overview, I have added a lot of things. I have used a lot of these boxes, and I think that's great. That's exactly what I think it's intended for. Okay, the first thing that I want to talk about is I have a little note up here to myself that says I copied these links, meaning for these number pages here. So what I did is I copied them like so. Copy, and then I came down here and I simply pasted them in the box where I wanted the number, for the day to be. Okay, that way when I clicked on this number, it would take me right to the daily page for October 1st if that's what I wanted to do. Okay, so I thought that was great. Now, she also had on the side over here weeks 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And somehow, I think it was because October 1st started on a Sunday. I didn't really count that as week 1, and I ended up reorganizing my weeks. I don't know. That's my fault. That has nothing to do with the planner. So you'll see here that some of my weeks are a little bit off. For example, the first week up here doesn't have anything because I started week 1 on the first full week of October. Okay? All right. It doesn't really matter. Any way that you want to do it is fine. Okay. And you can also see, in addition to the weeks that are listed down here on the side, I also added links to my cleaning zones. So if I go down here and I click on zone 2, that takes me to my cleaning page. Zone 2 for me is my kitchen. These are a list of things that I need to do: declutter, restock pantry items, and that kind of thing, and then any projects that I need to work on. Okay, so for example, next time this comes around, I know it's time to sharpen my knives. Okay, all right, so I added those links as well. Very easy to do. We've covered adding links lots of times, so I'm not going to go into all of that now, but I do have videos on that if you need some help. Okay, or just ask, leave a question in the comment, and I'll walk you through the process. Okay. So another thing that I did is I added links for my meal planner that I use all of the time. I also added links for my health and habits page and my goals that I have for this particular month. Okay. And the way that I did that is I simply went down here to the goals or the links that she has written down here, and I copied those and I edited the link to make it a meal planner, a health and habits tracker, and my goals. Okay, so I had those right there in front of me because those are pages that I go to all of the time and I wanted them to be handy. All right. Now, if you followed me for any time, you know that my monthly calendar is usually not a big block calendar like this. I like a little skinny row with all of my events happening on it because I have lots of other things that I add to my monthly overview or my dashboard page. One of those things, starting in October, is holiday stuff. I start getting ready for the Christmas holidays in October, and these are pretty much the things that I have listed that I want to get done in October. So the main things are decluttering my living spaces, making room really for the Christmas decorations that will be coming in, going ahead and thinking about the Christmas card that we're going to send out this year. Are we going to buy something? Are we going to make something? And then also starting my gift list and start looking for items that I may have already purchased throughout the year, adding those to my gift list so I have a good start on what I'm going to need to continue to buy. My goal is always to have everything purchased by the beginning of December 1st, so everything is ready to go. Then I can just spend December enjoying family time together with friends and family. Okay. So I know it may seem a little crazy to start my Christmas planning in October, but I have done that for many years and it is really, really helpful for me. So I like to have a place to put my little Santa squirrel. He's from DCP Digitals, which some of these other stickers are from there as well. And then the others are from Pretty Planner Place, I believe. So again, I'll leave links to all of that. None of this is sponsored. I purchased all of these things myself. I just really wanted, to share with you the things that I have found that I think are cute. Okay. All right. Now, another thing that I like to keep on my dashboard page, and you see more Christmas planning here, I started thinking about the things that I might need in my Christmas planner or my holiday planner for this year. So this is kind of a brainstorming thing that I did. But down here at the bottom, I also have my top priorities. One was to get that greenhouse moved from the front to the back. It's done. There's a picture on Instagram of it in its new home. I am on Instagram and Facebook if you would like to follow me there. Again, there are links in the show notes below. The other thing that I have is my fall checklist of items. This is a long list of things that need to happen. And they need to happen in the fall. So, putting the pool away, that was one of the first things that we did in September. Cleaning and storing my mower after the last leaf mulching, all of that kind of stuff. Draining my garden hoses, draining the irrigation system, checking for air links around the doors, turning the fireplace pilot light, that's hard to say, on so that we can start using the fireplace. Bring out the little portable electric heaters that we have for those really cold days. All of that kind of stuff. So I have this great big long list of fall things that I need to do both outside and inside. So for example, fall and winter wardrobe swap, depill any sweaters, check buttons, check your scarves, get your shoes and your boots and your hats and your gloves and all that stuff ready for that cold weather. Also down here, oil lamps, wicks, candles, kerosene, propane, anything that I might need in case of a bad snowstorm or a power outage, okay? So I like to keep that list handy, and that works great to have that link right here. It's set up as a project, so I listed it right there as a top priority, okay? Then I have some events that we wanted to do this year. It was time for my COVID booster, so I went ahead and scheduled that. The two big events that I look forward to every year in October is the Native American Festival they have at a local park here. And they always do a beautiful job. And I enjoy many of the things that we see and do there. So that was always fun. And the other thing is, of course, Halloween. We've been enjoying some spooky movies and that kind of thing. Of course, none of us dress up or have many parties to go to, but it's always just to kind of get in that spooky mood. I love that kind of thing. Okay? And as you can see here on my calendar, I even spent one day in the car just having some fun and doodling at the bottom of my calendar. I am not an artist by any means, as you can see from the doodles, but I had some blank space down there at the end next to Halloween, and I just wanted it to carry through a little bit. So I drew all of the things that I love, and it's just kind of fun. Just fun. All right, so there is my monthly overview, and you can see the things that I added, the using the dates from here, the extra links to different pages and my cleaning and my extra things. I didn't even put on here all of the garden things that I needed to do in October. I kind of left those in a different place because I felt like this page was a little overwhelming to begin with. But that is something that I normally put on my monthly dashboard. And to be honest with you, I did miss it from this particular page. Okay? All right. Now, let's go back to that planner, the project management planner here, and we will take a look at what her weeklies look like. Okay, so here is her weekly. Again, she has all of the links to all of the days that you can get to. She has a link back to the monthly overview, and then she has links to all of the weeks that are coming up. And for week 1, she has Monday through Sunday on her page, and a place for a goal of the week, top priorities, a to-do list, a habit tracker. But then I found this curious. She has a Monday start. But when you get down here to the habits, she has a Sunday start. So that might have just been a small overlook on her part. That was something that I needed to correct when I wanted to modify these to use for myself, because that would drive me absolutely crazy. And then she has a big place for notes down here at the bottom. Okay. Again, it's in that portrait orientation. I like mine a little bit more landscape. So let me show you what I did. back to my week 1, which is really week 2, but that's another story. What I did here at the top is I left her links to the pages because I thought that was, really cool. I like that. I simply went in here with my highlighter and I highlighted the week that, was taking place this time so that I could see it in the grand scheme of the month. Okay. So I left the monthly overview and the weeks because I like that. But then I went ahead and added those other links that I had put on my October overview, my meal planner page, my health and habits page, and my goals page. Okay. I wanted those to be on every single week because I felt like if I was doing all of these links in here, that might be a good thing to try out. Okay. Now, again, I copied these daily links and added them down here to the number so that when I click on day 2, it goes right to October the 2nd. Okay. All right. Now, you can see here that this is a Monday start. So when I did my meal planning over here, I also did a Monday start. So I needed to fix that. And then you'll also notice here that I added an entire new column here next to, she just had the date and then a blank space. I wanted a place for appointments and then a place for tasks, okay? And I took my little tasks that I normally do and I simply embedded them into that column. So I have a table nested inside of a table, okay? That's how I get these with the lines on them, all right? And that goes all the way down. So you can see for every day of the week, I have the things that I needed to get done or notes that I wanted to take, appointments that I had to do, and then I had my normal to-do list. Okay. I also left in there my normal weekly review link, which takes me to the page that helps me with my weekly review. I was able to add a few cute stickers like this one here for Ladies Game Day and the pumpkin, which I thought was cute. But when you get over here, you'll see that next to the weekly layout kind of thing, I took that notes section that used to be at the bottom and I made it long and put it up here next to the week so that I could start writing things down about the days that I needed rather than having it all the way at the bottom of the page. I didn't really like that for myself. Not that there's anything wrong with it, but it just didn't really work for me. Okay. Then I left this goal of the week and decorated it here a little bit. But for top priorities, I split this into 3 columns. So I have my top priorities, my projects that I want to work on, and prayers or positive vibes that I want to send to people. Okay. And you will see that projects here is a link. When I click on that, that takes me to my projects page from the Jenuine Studios. And so here I have listed all of the current projects that I'm working on, and I also have all of the projects that I have finished for the year. Okay, so that is a handy link to have as well. Moving on beyond that, I left the little to-do list that she had, although I shortened it a little bit, and I put in my GTD stuff that I like to do. So people that I want to contact, errands and things that I need to buy, and things that I'm waiting on. Okay. So just another little cluster of that GTD stuff that I love so much. Okay. And you see here in some of these that I have customized tags that I use too. So, one of the things that I was thinking about for some of the north-facing windows is I might want to get some of that window insulation. The kits that you put the plastic on and you use the hair dryer on them. So I wanted to measure some of my windows so that when I go to the store, I can make sure that what I'm buying is the right size. All right. So that is one of my to buy tags. That's why it's in green. And then I also have a magazine subscription that I need to buy for one of my little neighbors. Okay. So that's on there as well. All right. Moving on down, I added my normal, Facebook and Instagram information down here, and then the videos that I'm working on for YouTube. So I kind of combine my work and my home life all on one page. I like to see everything that I'm supposed to be doing in front of me, not having it spread out in different books. So that's really what this part of the page is, all of the steps that I go about doing a video, and then what I'm going to post on different days in Instagram and Facebook. Okay. Next to that, I have my meal plan for the week. And then below that, I have my little household icons. And what I simply do here is I go up and take my highlighter. When I finish something, I will highlight it like so. And then I know that it has been done. Okay? All right. And I have a space here for my weekly gratitude and any wins that I have for the week. Okay? All right. Now, I think I have covered everything. Let's go now and look at week 2. And again, you'll see week 2 looks very much the same. I highlighted the week at the top. I added those extra links there at the bottom. My notes are still here in the middle. My projects are changing because as I finish them, I highlight them and choose new projects to work on. The layout is basically the same. All that's different is the things that I did and the cute little stickers that I have used. Okay? All right, let's check out week 3. Week 3, again, looks very much the same. Highlighted, decorated. My notes are still here in the middle. Some different graphics there. And that looks pretty much the same. Week 4. This is the current week that we are in. It is the middle of this week. So this page is not filled out as much as the others, but you can see here that the format is very much the same. I am looking forward to carving pumpkins on Sunday. So I have a great banner for the weekend down here. This is kind of the final weekend before Halloween, so that's going to be fun. And I can't wait to carve pumpkins on Sunday. Then for week 5, which is the week of Halloween, I actually modified this and only put the 2 days on here that are in that week. And then I will jump over and start using my November planner. If you would like to see the setup for the November planner, I have a video for that. I will leave it linked up above. It's very autumnal looking if you are into fall decor. It's very beautiful. Okay? All right. And then week 6 will be left completely blank because, as I said, I got my weeks out of order and there won't be a week 6. So actually, probably what I'll do is I will just come in here and delete this page because I don't like to store pages that I don't necessarily need. And now that the month is almost over, I know that I'm not going to need that page and I can get rid of it. Okay? All right, so let's now go and look at the daily pages in the original planner. So in the original planner, we see she still has the links to all of the dates there, yesterday, the monthly overview, and tomorrow. The one thing I felt was missing from this particular page were the links for all of the weeks. I kind of like being able to jump back to my weekly to see what's going on to add things to my daily if I need to. So that was one thing that I thought I was going to add to my daily pages. Then she has a schedule, a goal for the day, top priorities, a great big long to-do list, which I know a lot of people love, and then a meal planner for the day, breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and then a note section at the bottom. Okay, so you can see it's very simple, and that works great. Those weeks, though, that's something that I wanted to make sure that I added. So let's take a look at mine. And my October 1, I again did that same thing. I took those weeks links that she had listed in other places and I added them here to the daily page. Okay. If you're not sure how to do that, let me quickly show you. There is an insert button that says insert space. Okay. So all I did is I came down here and you see it gives you an arrow. You can put it wherever you want. Let's say I wanted to add space in here. I can simply click and hold and I can add as much or as little space as I want to. You can see on the screen the big arrow and how it would be moving everything down. Okay, so all I did is I came in and I moved the rest of the page down enough to add the weeks in exactly where I wanted them. Okay, so I went up here, I added space for the weeks, and then I pasted them in. Okay. It's that simple. That's all I did to get those in there. I didn't have to remove all of the boxes and all that kind of thing. Okay. So I liked having the weeks there. I liked having the links there so that I could click from one week to the next and so on and so on. I really like that. I left the schedule the same. I left the goals the same, the top priorities the same. But one thing that I did change, again, with my GTD stuff that I like to do, I added activities here for people that I need to call or text, email or send letters to, errands that I might need to run, things that I need to buy, things that I'm currently reading, and my dinner plans. Okay. So, and I left the notes section at the bottom. That to-do list that was here, I moved it to the side so that I would have a space to put other to-dos if I wanted. Again, going from more of a portrait look to more of a landscape look. Okay? All right. Now, I will say that most of the year I have been using a notebook that has a notebook graphic background, and it kind of contains what I'm doing on the screen. And I kind of missed that this month, I will be honest. I did play around with a page, I think it was in September. Let me see if I can find that for you. Here we go. In September, I took one of the weekly layouts and I tried putting my notebook in the background that I normally use. And I had to stretch the notebook graphic. So it looks actually more like a traveler's notebook, which is kind of cool. I've never really, used a traveler's notebook. I think if I had one of those computer monitors that you could turn on its end and have it in portrait mode, that might be interesting. The links kind of went across the middle of the book pretty well. They weren't really in too bad of an order, but I certainly could modify those if I needed to. So anyway, I just wanted to show you what that looked like. And again, one of the things that I love about Jen's um, planner is how customizable it is, but taking the same basic layout and putting a background behind it, really makes it look cool. This might also be a good one for a notebook background where the spiral's at the top and then the notebook comes down like a giant, steno pad kind of thing, or a legal pad, something like that. That might look cool as well. Okay. All right. Back to October. What I found was I really didn't use my dailies at all. You can see as you go through and look at them, they are all blank. I did not use them at all. And I don't know why. I felt like, the weeklies were enough for me. And again, so what I probably will do once this month is over and I realize that I have not used any of these pages, I will probably just go in and delete them, and I'll make a note to myself that I did not use dailies. I only use weeklies and monthlies. Every month is different. Sometimes you need a daily and sometimes you don't. And one of the beauties of OneNote is you can add that in whenever you need it to be added in. Okay. So overall, I loved the flexibility and the customization of the Jenuine Studios planner. And I am using other components from the project management, as you saw, my projects list and that kind of thing. So I am going to be picking and choosing and taking all of the things that I love and that I need from this Jenuine Studios planner and implementing them into the rest of my planning system. And, I'm looking forward to moving on to November. I'll give you a sneak peek of what November looks like. Isn't that pretty? Anyway, I was really excited about setting up November just because it's one of my favorite months. I just love Thanksgiving and I love, all of the fall color that we have around me. And I just love that warm and cozy feeling that November gives me. So I'm excited about moving into November. But to finish up with October, I have been very happy with this planner. Please take a moment and think about what you liked about the changes that I made, or what changes would you have made to make this planner work better for you. Leave those ideas for us in the comments, because I know there are lots of our followers who have gone and visited Jen Studio and have purchased some of her planners. And I think if we can help each other tweak everything and make it just perfect for ourselves, that would be absolutely great. Okay, so go ahead and check out the description box for the links to the stickers and the planners and all of the things that you've seen here on this screen. Um, and I just want to say, I hope everyone has a healthy and safe Halloween if you are someone who celebrates Halloween. And as you move into November, whether it is spring for you or whether it is fall for you, I hope that you can embrace the change in the season. I know we're also losing our daylight savings time, so there will be a change in the daylight as well. Um, and just, remember that change can be beautiful if we just open our hearts and accept it. Yep, absolutely true. And until next time, here's hoping that you can live a more organized and simplified life through better planning. I use OneNote. Until next time, okay, bye.